Greetings, I am Lord Adama with the Tele-Seminars Council of Light. We have come here together this evening because we want to assist each of you as deeply as we can to allow the balance of the higher energies to come fully within your physical existence. Some of you may think that you are doing so, but with the energies of the spring equinox, it is going to become even more challenging. During this past trimester of January, February, and March, we have been experiencing a leveling off period, if you can believe that statement. I know each of you feels the energies of each new moon, the full moon, along with the rainbow of light's dispensation that has been occurring. It is really accelerating you in a deeper way. What happens for each of you is that those timelines, or aspects that are in your etheric body, are being ejected into your consciousness. Now, it can be entered through your physical sense. You may have been going through elements. It can be ejected through emotional feelings or mental thoughts, because the etheric body holds all these elements. It is your soul's essence to travel from timeline to timeline. This is why it is very beneficial to come into an earth body, because you have the availability to work through these aspects of yourself that you want to rid yourself of. What some would refer to as karmic debts. This is exactly what is occurring, but now in this time frame, the karma is rectified almost on a moment-by-moment basis, depending on where you are in your spiritual thought process and belief system. It depends upon each initiate and each person on the planet. Let us take an example by thinking of someone that is very spiritually unaware, but they go to church. They believe in something else, telling them in what needs to be done. They are not stepping onto the path of awakening, but they are a God-expressed soul within their physical body. Their karma is going to move into a level that is much less accelerated than each of you, because you have chosen to go through these acceleration phases by allowing yourself to be awakened. As you can see, there are good and not so good aspects of being an initiate upon the pathway of light. Your soul has chosen to walk through these processes and to experience them. It is almost like having a movie screen in front of you, and your thoughts and feelings are flashing on the screen as a mirror image. They truly are not sustained in who you are presently, because you have been working on those elements. If you had not been processing the issues, not as much as you would have liked, they are still going to come up for you. The important part is for you to acknowledge what they are and look at them, as we have been sharing, by being able to ascertain, is this something I need to understand more? Or can I use the violet flame? Can I use the unified whole? Can I use the white light, or can I express the pink light within me to feel the compassion and balance? This can be a very confusing cycle, and this is exactly what you have been experiencing in this first trimester. With the introduction of many of the energies, your lower self does not have a choice. Your higher self is the commanding agent for these elements to happen within you. So within your lower self, you are activating your higher self as much as possible. The events that are occurring within your physical body may seem like it is an old element, but it truly is not. Your emotions may feel like something you experienced previously. It is not something that you need to hold on to. Your mental thoughts are coming up to the surface, but yet a part of you knows that you should not have those thoughts. So you are walking a tightrope, in which one side represents the dark energies of yourself, the other side represents the light energies of yourself. As you are walking that tightrope, you can fall into the abyss of the dark side on the left, but then you find that the rope has a glowing energy, so you can reach for the rope, in which you find yourself aligned once again. When you fall on the side that is purely light, located on the right side, you feel the bliss, ecstatic, or excitement with an essence that you can do anything that you choose. But yet you still continue to walk along that tightrope, which is what you are going through this trimester. Whatever your higher self needs you to look at, you will be faced with it. This represents your present awareness of accepting the light and dark within you. We want to assist in bringing forth the highest possible experience for each of the activations that are occurring. The spring equinox is just another phase. This is the first acceleration of the highest point of energy of the Christ consciousness for this year. There will be others. In truth, if all the elements of the Christ consciousness were embodied upon this earth plane from the 49th dimensional frequency, most individuals would not be able to survive. You have to understand that souls come to earth to heal, as each of you has done. If you can be compassionate towards others, as they are going through their timelines and not knowing how to get through them, it will assist you greatly. You have the tools to work through, and there are more coming every day to assist you. The more frequency of light that comes into the planet, the more availability of modalities are appearing. Energy systems, vibrational frequencies are all part of the open doorway that is now occurring in the year of synchronization. Previously, we have not been able to bring forth these energies onto the planet. So it is a wondrous thing that is occurring, and I am very happy as Lord Adama that I have been able to have this opportunity to work with each of you through this process. We in Telos have learned so much from each of you. We have learned what it is like on the third dimensional realm when you were previously in a higher realm from Lemuria and Atlantis. We have learned the struggles that you go through, the personal experiences, and how much a challenge it is for you to receive this frequency of light in your physical bodies. We in Telos have not always been on a fifth dimensional level. Lemuria was not on a fifth dimensional level, but it was a land of purity and light. So we still had our issues to deal with, which is a lot of your timelines that you are going through presently. As Gaia ascends into the higher frequencies of the fifth, the fourth dimensional reality represents the duality, which is so apparent right in society. So many changes are happening upon the upper planet that need to be made. They cannot all be done at the same time, as many would like them to be. So each of you walking this pathway are becoming the leaders of the new earth, but you are experiencing what it is like to go through these trials and pathways. What happens when you are walking along a road and all of a sudden a huge tree falls in front of you? You cannot go left and you cannot go right, so what do? You break up the branches, and this is exactly what you are doing right now. If any of you have been part of the Methuselah teachings with Walking Terra Christa, this is exactly what we are assisting with. We are breaking up the old roots that no longer serve an individual's purpose in order to incorporate the depths of the God creation within each of you to be activated. So the roots that you have are not dying away and can be nurtured, healed, and rejuvenated within your God's essence. To explain, as a body ages, this is what happens. Because each individual has the death wish, coming into a human body, which is part of that process. So each of you is going through that availability not to have the death wish, but to have the wish of eternal life within yourself, which can be created within the physical body. If you choose not to extend your life, that is your choice. But those who want to do so, like each of us in Telos, have the availability to create those aspects. But you must allow yourself to go through those aspects that are happening for you presently. I will tell you that as you move along your pathway and ascension process, changes result within your life. What you experienced a couple months ago can be completely different than what you are experiencing from your previous timelines. Until they are activated by thoughts, feelings, other individuals, or remembrances in your dream state or day-to-day living, they cannot be removed. This is due to the fact that you are put in the holding pattern until you are ready to fully look at them, change them, and create new timelines to come in. We also want to create those timelines that will replace the old ones, just like when you released an element. You need to bring in something inside your heart of a compassionate nature so it fills up that space. Otherwise, there can be a loss. This is what happens with many individuals when they go through changes and they do not allow themselves to feel the purity of light and what the transformation does for them. There is an imbalance for them that can cause the timeline to be ignited in the etheric body. What we want to share with you is how to go through the wheel of rebirth and not have to do it the way it has been done for eons of time. You now have the availability to be in complete harmony of your eternal self within the physical body, just as all the masters have done. The other element that I want to share is to prepare you to balance these energies. Let's go back to the old roots. If you still have those old timelines that are still igniting within you, when the higher frequencies come in, whatever your higher self feels you need to receive, you will be overloaded. This is why some of you are having extreme problems in your physical bodies. Because those parts of yourself, those dark spaces, those times you died in a certain way, are now igniting some feeling in your physical body. You need to be healed, not through drugs. You need to be healed through herbs, elements of the earth. It may take a little bit longer to get through that process, but what the drugs do is simply masking the problem. What happens to that? The energy goes back into the etheric body until there is another event for it to reappear. So if you find yourself going through problems that you had in the past, this is why. If you don't work through the earth-oriented tools, then you are not going to be part of the earth. This is because it is a manufactured product. The basis of it may be, at another time, it worked to create the healing. But the chemicals, along with the other ingredients that create the toxins within that drug, will enter your system. This is an automatic feedback that happens with this process, so we want to share the information tonight because many of you may be going through such symptoms. It is very important that you utilize all your tools of healing to help you through this process. Very, very important. We want to share with you the fact that we know you are having challenges. Where are you having difficulties? What areas do you see coming up for you still? We want this experience of the spring equinox to be the most optimal available energy for everyone. But we also have a dual purpose with this. The more you can balance within yourself, the more you are going to help Gaia wherever you are located. The frequencies of light coming through you is going to blend into Gaia and into others that you are associated with, you have been close with, even others you may think about, but you don't see anymore. Interactions with people that you see in your daily life, whether it is in nature or in a store, office, or walking down the street in a city. Individuals are affected by other individuals' energy. This is why children are so receptive to the frequencies of light in a higher evolved individual. It is important for you to continually learn how to ground these energies. As we move through this year, these increased frequencies are going to affect many individuals in adverse ways. So if we can reach even just a small majority of people to help them to disperse through their own roots into the ground. If you think yourself as a moving tree, your branches represent the frequencies of light that is in your auric field, the light frequency. The more we help to activate your chakras within the higher rays of God, the more you are going to be able to expand those energies through your branches and leaves. This is exactly what we want to assist you with to give you an understanding that the acceptance of light is very important within you. The reason we continually give you the 22 rays of God is because you may not be able to take but a small portion of that ray energy within yourself because of the pockets of dysfunction and memories. Some of you may not even know that they are there. The one thing that is important is to pay attention to your dream state. It is very apparent right now upon waking or going to sleep that you are going to be in both worlds very easily. It is important to really pay attention to what needs to be transmuted and put into wholeness. What needs to be accepted. Because there are elements that you need to understand. Remember, your dream state can be convoluted. It does not mean that what you are dreaming is exactly true. You need to take particles of those dream states and try to do a self-analyzation of what it feels like for what can be done through your higher self. Allow your higher self to give you light forms, visions, or thoughts. Working with your higher self is the most important communication that you can do through these transitions. It is more important than trying to channel a master. Remember, you are becoming multi-dimensional beings. This is an acceleration that has never been done except in a small circumstances to other highly evolved masters. So within this structure, you are going to be receiving flashes, thoughts, and memories from all the timelines, from good and bad. You may even think that it is a good timeline when all of a sudden you see that the good is there, but there are also particles of it that you need to remove through the process of allowing your higher self to work with you. So I ask you to ask yourself, how often do you connect with your higher self? Are you working through your higher self daily? Do you wake up in the morning and connect with your protection prayers and your higher self? It is essentially important because your higher self is that dialogue of your higher self becoming your lower self. It is not going to come into use by being in your physical body until you have that internal dialogue. It has to be an exchange that is flowing. That is why we are gathering, so that we can share with each of you how to activate your God self within the physical self through the rays of God. I, as Lord Adama, with Lady Galatia and the King and Queen of Telos, embrace each of you for accepting your divinity further. It has been my pleasure to be able to share this essence with you because we believe through the rays of God, the highest acceleration you can allow to be imbued upon you and within you at this time. You can try all the other processes. You can try to rid yourself of all the thoughts and the emotions. You can make yourself be frustrated by utilizing the third dimensional ways. But we guarantee you, by working through these frequencies and energies, you will feel the balance, the love, and you will have great reverence of yourself and of God. You will be able to tap into the higher knowledges. You will be able to have the harmony you deserve. And most of all, you will be able to create and manifest the pathway in your life. I am Lord Adama, your guide for this evening. Many blessings and love.